can kind of get your passes off and be able to move the ball around. But we got to look for the open person and be able to knock down shots.
I have noticed that Alyssa Riley's teams in the past couple of years, they like to change defenses. They like to do sometimes a run and jump.
Yes.
And if they do that run and jump, we're going to have to recognize the changes in their defense and capitalize on them if we can.
Right, and the middle, we're going to flash that middle because the run and jump, you got to be able to see that. And we like to get it off the boards, and first thing we love to do is dribble it right off the get-go. And if they're right there, we got to be able to catch the ball, look down the floor. Once they come at you, then take off with it, because when they're running at you, you'll get by anybody.
I know that you were there in attendance when Lincoln lost by, I believe, a 15-point game against Metamora. It really wasn't, though, a 15-point game. It was closer than that. Couldn't really fault the effort of the Lincoln girls during that basketball game. You know, nobody likes to lose, but I think there are times you walk away with a loss and your head held high and say the effort was there, but there were things that Corey Farmer said in the postgame that they could correct. I mean, there were fixable things out of that loss, but I think it probably taught the Lincoln girls something as to how to deal with a team that's got some size and got some length, and they're going to get a team tonight that has size and length.
Oh, for sure. And we can't stand around and watch that ball, because with our defense and even rebounding, because that weak side rebound, when you're playing a zone, that weak side rebound kind of kills you, because you usually only have one person down there fighting with two other girls. So you got to be able to get on the boards. But defensively, when they shoot it, all 5 girls have got to go to the boards.
You know, you talked about players that had been on that state title game team. Hope Gilmore, a 5'8" junior. She's a tremendous athlete. She's a good basketball player, but she's a tremendous overall athlete. You've got Alexis Newman, who's the other half of the Newman family. Her brother was 6'8", played at Chatham Glenwood. And you've got Alexis, who's 6'2". She had an injury problem last year, but was able to come back in the second half of the season, and appears she's fully healed for this year. She can get right out and shoot it, and you and I talked off air. She likes to hang out on offense beyond the three-point line, and if you want, hey, if you're 6'2" and you want to hang out there, we'll take that all day.
For sure. And like I said, with her, you got to make sure you push her out of the boards, because we got to make sure when we're down there playing defense, the biggest thing when you're playing a 1-2-2, you got to communicate with everybody. You got to communicate where the shooters are. You got to find the shooters. And if you're going out on Gilmore, she's going to want to probably put it on the floor and take it to the hoop, because she's strong and she's athletic.
And of course, the Lincoln connection is Dan Bob's granddaughter,
yes.
Ava Bob, and she is a fine athlete herself and a heck of a basketball player.
Yeah, she is. I think she started as a freshman on all three sports.
When you look up and down what they have listed here, they don't have a single player. Well, they've got one player listed at 5'6", a couple at 5'7", and I guess they do have a freshman at 5'5", but most everybody is going to be bigger than the Lincoln girls that are put on the floor.
Yes. Yeah, and we're going to probably talk about it all night long is rebounding. We're going to have to go to the boards, because, we have the sophomore game. We have one of the officials that's reffing the sophomore game, but during the sophomore game, they let them play. If they're going to let these girls play, they're going to probably be all over back, but we're going to think they're on our back, but they're going to be so much taller and they can be able to grab it.
The JV won by about 20 points here tonight, which was a shock when I walked into the gymnasium, and they were up big time and ended up with about a 20-point victory over Glenwood, which was somewhat shocking. We talked about the Metamora game, and I'm telling you, Paisley Holmes really showed some athleticism during the Metamora game. They had a girl on her that I told Jan Bowers Paisley could take the girl anytime she wanted to the hole, and she did so in the second half. Yes,
and that's what we're going to have tonight is from even Bivens and Paisley, is we've got to have Paisley attack the basket, kick it out to the wide open shooters, and then the Bivens girl be ready to shoot the ball.
I think we're also going to have to see how, depending on the defense that Glenwood plays, how you get Mason McLeod and Mia Clark loose for shots. We've seen, though, Mia have the ability, if she can't get the outside shot, we've seen her take the ball to the basket, which she may need to do quite a bit tonight. But Mason McLeod's going to have to figure out how does she get loose for shots, because most everybody that's going to guard her or be out there on her is going to be bigger than she is.
Well, and Mesa likes to actually, when she catches it, she's got to like group and be able to shoot it. Mesa's got to be ready to shoot in one motion because you're going to have to get your shot off a little quicker. Mia doesn't have that problem. I think Mia's problems most of the time is her footwork, getting her feet ready to shoot because her shot is quick enough, and we're going to have Mia score tonight.
And you coach and talk about that, and I'm sure you coach shooters to be ready to shoot it. And really, a shooter ought to know they're going to shoot it probably 2 passes before they get the ball.
Yes, because you're reading the defense right there, and you can pick out where you want to. If you need to drop, if the penetration's coming to you, you need to drop a little bit so you can get that more open shot. But every single time, you got to have your foot back, and right when you catch it, that foot's coming forward and be ready to shoot the ball.
So we've got, there's 3 minutes. They've stopped the clock. The Glenwood Glenwood cheerleaders are on the floor doing a cheer. We're going to keep it right here. And again, you're going to know the starters for Lincoln, which will be Greg Gilbert, Mason McLeod, Grace Schneider, Lily Holmes, and Mia Clark. And we'll get the starters for Glenwood for you when they come out on the floor. But I'll just about bet Ava Bobb, Alexis Newman, Hope Gilmore, and Lamb will probably be at least 4 of their starters with a 5th one thrown in. But
I think that Lane Matthews.
I think you're right.
She plays quite a bit.
Come to think of it, if I remember right, she hit some shots during that state tournament game against us as a sophomore. She's a pretty good ball player.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah, so she'll probably play a lot. I think they go about maybe 7 girls, but with how athletic they are, I mean, my goodness, they probably keep them out there the whole time because you won't see Bob, Newman, and probably Gilmore girl probably come off the floor.
We saw Sage Gilbert tonight play during the junior varsity game, which was good news. She's back on the floor. I don't know if they will get her into the varsity game or not, but it's nice to see her back on the floor. And I have a sneaking suspicion that when she gets ready to play the varsity, she'll be in there at some point.
Yeah, I watched the whole sophomore game, and when she came in the middle of the first quarter, she played probably 3/4 of the game. But defensively, she is really, really good. Because when we play that 1-2-2, I'm always talking about when the ball is up, that weak side wing has got to come as the ball's up. Because you're looking for that skip pass. And I tell you what, I bet you Sage stole that ball 3 or 4 times. She was one of the best ones I've seen from this defense coming up as the ball's moving. She's not standing still, but she probably had 5-6 steals in that game. She's a little rusty, of course, on the because I bet you she shot 6-7 layups because she, like I said, she had 5 or 6 steals, and she's pretty quick getting down the floor. But she's a little rusty on offense. But dude, she hadn't played in ages, so get her some minutes and stuff. She'll be okay.
This is a battle between 2 undefeated teams in the Central State 8. So, Coach, put your coaching hat on. You played last Wednesday night against Metamora at home. We've had bad weather since then, and 2 games get canceled. So you basically have, and I presume maybe they still practiced on the days that the games were canceled. Maybe not. I don't know.
I don't know. I mean, because it was pretty bad outside. I mean, coming outside and probably shoveling your driveway and your walk off. So I don't know if they did practice. I talked to Coach Farmer, Coach Schneider earlier, and talked to him a little bit about this game. I mean, we know this team. He's got scouting reports or whatever. I mean, he's probably talked to the girls like blue in the face because, we know what they're going to give you, Chatham. So we just got to go out and execute.
So does the week layoff, so you've had a week layoff and you've had maybe an interrupted or a different routine for the kids. Does that concern you as a coach?
It does, especially the shooting. Defensively, it doesn't. Because defensively, you ought to be bringing it every single night. You should know where you're going defensively at all times. Offensively, you need shots every single day. I mean, the routine of shooting is going to be contagious. And if you haven't shot, maybe once a day and then 2 days later shoot again, you got to shoot every single day.
So just under a minute on the clock here as both teams head back to their respective benches. Glenwood will be in the tighty-whities tonight with the red numerals trimmed in black and a red stripe down the side. The Lincoln ladies will be in their road green uniforms with white numerals trimmed in red and the Kentucky check down the side. And we see Sage Gilbert in uniform tonight on the varsity bench for the first time here in the 2025-26 season. We are just about ready, I believe, for the national anthem. So we will stand up. We will keep it right here and hope that you can hear the national anthem. We'll try and turn things up a little bit for you.
This program is a presentation of WLCN 96.3 FM and WLCNonline.com. This live video stream is made possible in part by WLCN's live stream technology sponsor, Me Realty, located at 602 Keokuk Street in Lincoln and online at merealty.com. Thank you for watching WLCN's coverage of Lincoln Community High School Lady Railer basketball. WLCN's coverage is made possible by Culver's of Lincoln, home of the Butterburger. Stop by before or after the game, located at 2530 Woodlawn Road in Lincoln. Me Realty, located at 602 Keokuk Street in Lincoln. Whether buying or selling, trust the professionals at Me Realty. For more information, check out their website, merealty.com. Full Gospel Evangelistic Center, located at 304 North McLean Street in Lincoln, and online at myfgec.org. Elkhart, Croft, and Lake Fork Fertilizer Service, your local source for all your fertilizer, ag chemical, and custom application needs. See what Mark Gordon and the Elkhart, Croft, and Lake Fork Fertilizer team can do for you.
I'm going to turn it over to my broadcast partner, Darren Worth. And Darren, would you give us the starting lineups for both teams, please?
Yes. All right, we're going to start off with Lincoln. The first out is number 2, a senior, 5'5", Lily Holmes. Second one out, number 3, 5'3", senior, Grace Schneider. Third one out, number 11, 5'6", senior, Mason McLeod. The fourth one, our leading scorer, number 25, Mia Clark, 5'9", senior. And the last one out is number 13, 5'6", junior, Gray Gilbert. And looking at Chatham, I did guess their 5 starting line, their 5. It is that Lane Matthews, but... Yep, and that's who's going to come out. Number 24, a 5'8", senior, Lane Matthews. Second one out is the freshman, number 50, 5'10", freshman, Gemma Lamb. Third one out, the most athletic, I think, on this team is number 34, 5'8", junior, Hope Gilmore. Next one up, number 4, 5'8", senior, Ava Bob. And I would assume would be their leading scorer, number 20, 6'2", junior, Alexis Newman.
So we're about to tip it up. Lincoln going to move from left to right as you look at your radio dial. Chatham from right to left. Lily Holmes at the center circle to tap it up for Lincoln. And Darren, I would suspect that if you're Glenwood, you might want to try and go inside early and start working that inside-out game.
Oh, for sure. And that's another thing, a key on, too, is foul trouble. Because, I mean, we have gotten into foul trouble earlier this year, too.
Newman and Holmes to tip it up, and the tap is up, and it goes to Lamb. Lamb quickly ahead to Matthews, back to Lamb. They throw it across to Newman. Lincoln in the 1-2-2. Cross court to Matthews. Now they go to Ava Bob. They go inside to Lamb. Lamb nearly travels with basketball. 5-foot turnaround, no good. Gilmore, the rebound up, no good. And Grace Schneider battles on the floor for the rebound, and his jump ball is called. It'll go Lincoln's way.
Well, there again, right there, a couple shots they had because Gilmore just came right in there, and I mean, she is strong and athletic and got the rebound.
Chatham going to start out in the man-to-man. Holmes posted up. Schneider works around the screen, had the ball batted away by Lamb. Schneider works on Lamb, goes down the lane. Schneider in trouble, gets it out to Mia Clark. Clark and Chatham really ramping it up on defense. Clark down the lane, ball batted away, looking for somebody. Throws it inside to Gilbert, to McLeod. 10-footer up, no good. Ball on the floor, lost out of bounds by Ava Bob. It'll be Lincoln basketball.
Tell you what, good job by Gilbert posting up to get Mia was able to get Gilbert the ball to give it to McLeod for an easy 10-footer.
McLeod to inbound the basketball. Looking for somebody, gets in the corner, Schneider. Lamb on her, back to McLeod in the corner. Newman's on her, so shooter's going to have some difficulty getting the shots off as Schneider drives in the lane. The kick out left side, Gilbert, 15-footer, no good, air ball. Ball on the floor, and Chatham comes out of there with it. Newman comes out quickly ahead to Bob. Bob down the floor, stopped by the Lincoln defense. Gilmore out front, left wing. In the corner, Ava Bob. They throw it out front, Matthews. Right side, Newman. They're looking inside for Lamb, and now Lamb goes to the free throw line. Ava Bob, left side Matthews, back to Bob. She traveled the basketball, no call. Right side Newman going to drive on Schneider, and 3 seconds called in the lane. Well, we haven't seen much of that this year.
Never called that. But Lamb hasn't left that lane since they got down there. And I can't believe Lamb is guarding actually Schneider. But now it's got Matthews on.
Yeah, now they got a Matthews on Schneider. Holmes out front, right side. Gilmore on her to Gilbert. Left side Schneider. Schneider, Holmes. Lilly looking to drive on Bob. Right side Gilbert. Out front McLeod to Schneider. Schneider going to drive it in, kick out Gilbert. Gilbert hands it back off to Schneider, nearly traveled the basketball. And Lincoln looking a little confused here on offense.
Yeah, Lamb's back on Schneider. Schneider can go around her anytime.
Schneider went in, threw up an air ball, and Gilmore comes out of there with it. And here comes Chatham the other way. They go quickly inside. Newman, 5-footer, no good.
You know what? That's the first time she's been inside. She's been outside the whole time. That was a wide open layup.
Mia Clark back the other way. She grabbed the rebound, kicks it out to Schneider. Schneider, little spin move on Matthews, goes inside, ball batted away, and it'll be Lincoln basketball.
Well, almost played 3 minutes, 3 minutes and no score.
Yeah, I thought we'd exceed the boys' game the other night, but I'm not so sure now. What's the over and under on 42 for both teams? Schneider out front against Matthews. Grace really trying to get something working here.
Great defense by Chatham.
Very good defense. Schneider goes down the lane, gets in the trees, out front Holmes. Lilly, nice move into the lane. Little spin move on Gilmore. Back to Grace, nothing there. Grace goes in the lane. Grace got around somebody, throws up, and blocked out of bounds by Newman.
Tell you what, this is going to be physical. They're not calling nothing.
No.
They are in our grill and bumping. I mean, Gilmore gave a chuck to Lily Holmes.
But you know what? Considering the foul trouble that we've been in at times, I'm not sure I care.
Right.
Just got to be strong with the ball.
Yep.
Holmes, Bob all on her, and I tell you what, they are playing in-your-chest defense. Baseline McLeod. Mesa had nothing there. Newman was right there. Schneider drives in, kick out to Mesa. Mesa got fouled on the three-pointer. They didn't call it. And here they come the other way. It was partially blocked as well. Ava Bob drives in right side out front. Gilmore, she traveled the basketball.
Tell you what, we're doing a great job of sprinting back defensively because Chatham's trying to push it up and get easy buckets, and our defense is sprinting back and not giving them anything. And Gilmore just picked up that pivot foot and traveled.
Gracie across the timeline, hands off to Lilly. Nice switching on defense by Chatham. Lilly goes in the trees, throws it up, and I'm not so sure about that, but I'll take it. Alexis Newman, I think, is going to get called for the foul. No, they take it on Lane Matthew.
Well, and she was straight up and down.
Yes, she was.
She's straight up.
Darren's happy because players' numbers and points and fouls are on the scoreboard.
Yes.
Holmes up and good.
That was a nice looking free throw by Lilly.
4:38 to go here in the first quarter, and Lincoln up 1-0. Again, what's the over? The boys combined for 42 points on Friday night.
Saw that.
Second one by Lily up, no good, and Matthews comes out of there with it. Matthew out front, Bob. Right side, Matthew. Back out front to Ava Bob. And boy, Lamb and Gilbert are going at it in the lane. They throw it to Lamb, free throw line. Lily almost stole the ball. They go inside. Gilmore throws it up, no good. Battle for the rebound. Lily got hit in the head. Newman, I think, no, she saved it. And they got her on the baseline, on the sideline.
Well, he saw it a little too late right there because I'm looking right down there, and he called it like 2 seconds late.
Boy, that was a flurry of action, too. 4:14 to go, and Lincoln up 1-0.
1-0. High-scoring game here.
Grace drives in, gets it to Lily. Lily goes in the lane, spins, throws it to Gilbert. Gilbert up and no good. Gray Gilbert's heard the footsteps and threw it up a little bit too hard. Lane Matthew quickly the other way to Alexis Newman. Newman between the circles, right side Ava Bob, and Ava Bob will slow it down. And Chatham goes into a 1-4 set. They go to Newman, free throw line. Newman looking inside, looking inside, looking inside. They try to get Gilmore behind the defense. Shot by Ava Bob out front. A three-pointer, it's good.
Yeah, you got to make sure you get out on her. She's about the only one that really, Newman can shoot it, but Bob can really shoot it.
Schneider drives in. Schneider out front to Clark, nearly stolen by Gilmore. Clark falls down, and here they come the other way. Layup time coming. Matthew missed it. Rebound Mason McLeod. Here comes Grace Schneider the other way. Lincoln pushing the ball. Schneider underneath Clark. Up and good.
What a pass by Grace Schneider.
Schneider threaded the needle with a bounce pass, and kudos to Mia Clark for catching the pass and getting it up and strong and got the foul. And that foul is on Jenna Lamb. That'll be her first. And a 30-second timeout taken by Chatham. We'll keep it right here. Me Realty, whether buying or selling, trust the professionals at Me Realty, located at 602 Keokuk Street in Lincoln, or go online to merealty.com. The Full Gospel Evangelistic Center, located at 304 North McLean Street and online at myfgec.org. Culver's of Lincoln, home of the Butterburger. Stop by before or after the game. Located at 2530 Woodlawn Road in Lincoln. Well, Coach, this is a tough first quarter so far.
Well, pretty physical. I mean, and so when you're going to the hoop, you better be strong with the ball. And right there, Mia probably got fouled, but they haven't called it the whole game. And there's all it is. It's been some miss of layups by Chatham, and we've missed a couple layups too. So I mean, right now, both teams are playing pretty darn hard.
Clark to the free throw line, up and got it. That puts Lincoln up 4-3. Give me a Clark 3. 3:11 to go here in the first quarter. Matthew across timeline, Newman. They go free throw line, Lamb. Lamb in the lane, back out Newman. She'll launch up the left side 20-footer. Good.
Yeah, she can do that.
Lexi Newman knocks down the three, and that puts Chatham up 6-4. Schneider going in the lane. Grace Biven in the game, posted up. Paisley Holmes in the game as well. Hand off to Paisley. Paisley takes it in. Nice pass to Biven. Up and good.
Nice pass by two freshmen right there. Paisley to Biven.
Ties the ball game at 6. Newman, left side Matthew in the Lamb. Newman going to launch up another three, up short, no good. Rebound, ball on the floor. Schneider picks it up.
What I liked about that is she wasn't ready to catch shoot. She put the ball on the floor and then shot the three.
Basically just threw the ball between Grace's hands, and it goes into the backcourt. That'll be a violation, and the turnover goes against Lincoln. Chatham to inbound right in front of the Lincoln bench. They get out front. Lamb back to Bob. Lamb working the free throw line. Posted up. They go left side in the game for Chatham. Number 32, Stella Lopp. Bob, 15-footer baseline up, no good, and great. Paisley pulls out the rebound. Here comes Paisley the other way. Paisley going to take it all the way, left-handed up, and no good. Rebound up and good, and Mia Clark got the rebound. Grace Biven was right there too. Coach, the Lincoln girls doing a good job on the board so far.
I'll tell you what, great box out by Lincoln right now. Looks like 5 new girls coming in for Chatham.
Alexis Newman, who sat out, and Stella Lopp came in. Now we're going to get a new 5. They go to Hope Gilmore in the lane. Gilmore back out to Bob, back to Gilmore. Gilmore lost the basketball briefly. Out front, Matthew. Right side 3 by Lamb. She banked it home. Man. And that'll make it 9-8 Chatham. Whew. 1:25 to go here in the first quarter. Schneider across the timeline. She goes in the lane. Left-hander up and good! 10-9. This was the halftime score of the boys' game.
Now it's picked up.
Yeah. Bob in the Lamb. Lamb, turnaround up, no good, short. Battle for the rebound. Bivin comes out of there with it.
Right here. There we go.
And boy, Jenna Lamb could build a campfire in the lane.
Well, her and Gilmore.
Yeah. Inside they go. Bivin, ball knocked out of bounds by Bob. And it'll stay Lincoln basketball with 54 seconds and wholesale substitutions.
Wow. Yeah, I don't think
Chatham.
I don't think the coach is very happy with the 5 starters.
Lexi Newman in, Emma Guernsey in, Nora Gummerman in, Maddie Pran in.
Here's how they weren't ready to come in. All the refs stopped that for all the girls to tuck in their shirts because I don't think they were ready to come in.
Lily Pran in, left-handed shot by Gracie Bivin. Cut to the basket, nice little left-handed shot. And just like that, it's 12-9 Lincoln with 46 seconds on the clock. Newman will run the point for Chatham. Goes right side, Guernsey. Guernsey with the basketball. Back out front to Gummerman.
Got to get out on her.
Shot up, no good. And missing the shot was Maddie Pren, and Lincoln with the rebound. And up 12-9 with 27 seconds on the clock. Schneider going to go into the lane again. Schneider looking for Bivin. Back out front, Paisley Holmes. Paisley, nice little spin move, goes in the lane, right past the Bivin, and Bivin got fouled, and the foul, I believe, will go against Emma Guernsey.
What a pass by Paisley and Bivin's come in ready to play this game.
Foul is on Emma Guernsey, and that is her first and the team's third. Lincoln, believe it or not, no fouls so far. All have jinxed it. Bivin rounded out, no good. 15.2 on the clock. Lincoln up 12-9.
Yeah, Paisley and Bivin plays the first quarter of the JV, sits all the second, and plays like 3 minutes of the third quarter usually.
Bivin, second one up and good. That'll make it 13-9 Lincoln. And here comes Lexi Newman the other way.
7 seconds. Newman's just trying to take it to the hoop. Nice
baseline on Schneider. Throws it up. No good. It is short. She gets the rebound. Throws it up. No good. And at the end of one quarter, it is Lincoln 13 and Chatham 9. We'll send it back to the WLCN studios for a 1-minute timeout.
Full Gospel Evangelistic Center makes an impact locally and beyond through a wide range of events, ministries, and outreaches. Pastors Steve and Debbie Owens invite you to worship Sunday mornings at 10:30 and attend Wednesday night Bible studies at 6:30. Connect with FGEC online, follow them on Facebook, download their app, and visit their new website at myfgec.org with live YouTube video streams as well as recordings of services and special events. Full Gospel Evangelistic Center, 304 North McLean Street in Lincoln.
I don't remember how it started.
Go to that.
Our back and forth. It always came back.
Dad!
You probably don't remember what you told me.
That was perfect.
Back here at Glenwood High School in what I believe is the West Gym. I think that's what they call it. With Lincoln up 13-9, and boy, both teams playing really hard that first quarter, and the Lincoln girls look like they came to play tonight, Darren.
Well, I tell you what, one of our keys to start the game was rebounding. First possession, they got an offensive rebound. Since then, we've done a really good job on the boards.
Starters for Chatham back in. Bob across the timeline from Lane Matthew. Matthew out front, throws it right side. Actually, Stella Lopp in the game. They go Gilmore, free throw line, 10-foot turnaround, no good. Lamb gets the rebound up, no good. Lopp the rebound up, no good. Battle for the rebound, ball on the floor, and nearly thrown away, but Bob chases it down. Gilmore out front. Gilmore to Bob.
Yeah, they got 3 offensive rebounds right there.
Gilmore, nice pass, stolen away by Grace Snyder. And now Chatham going to put some pressure on the basketball, trying to stop the Lincoln break. And they do, but Paisley Holmes going to bring it across the timeline. They go right side, Holmes, out front, Clark. Paisley, bounce pass and ball batted away, and probably not. Oh, and they say it went off, I guess, Mia Clark last. Must have gone off her foot.
Yeah, I saw a foot, but I wasn't 100% who it was.
So Lexi Newman taken out of the game and Stella Lopp in for her, but the other 4 are the original starters for Chatham. Matthew out front. Matthew right side Lamb. In the corner they go back to Lamb. Shot out front. Matthew up, no good. Battle for the rebound. And Mia Clark had it. Ball on the floor. And that'll go Lincoln's way on the alternating possession.
Yeah, should have had the Mia was right down there with the rebound and just lost it and had to go down on the floor to tie someone up.
Lexi Newman getting ready to come back in for Chatham. They just keep throwing bodies out there. 6:55 to go here in the second stanza. 13-9, the Lincoln lead. Schneider across the timeline. Schneider handoff to Paisley Holmes. Paisley back to Grace. Grace back to Paisley. Paisley trying to take Matthew. She does in the lane. 10-footer. Good!
Good job, Paisley.
Paisley home with a nice little spin move. Went to the left and shot the 10-footer in the lane. Ava Bob throws it, batted away by Lily Holmes, and Mia Clark comes out of there with it. 15-9, the Lincoln lead. 6:23 to go here in the half. Schneider across the timeline. Tries to spin in the lane, tried to throw it out, ball batted away, and it was recovered by Lexi Newman. Here comes Matthew the other way. Throws it in the corner, Gilmore, back to Matthew. Gilmore, back to Matthew. Cross court they go, Newman. They go inside Bob. Bob at the free throw line. Bob will drive baseline, back to Newman. Newman left side, throws it inside Lamb. Lamb, 10-foot turnaround, and that was a brick, and ball batted off Paisley Holmes. It's going to stay Chatham basketball.
Man, that Gilmore just goes, when that ball's up, she goes hard to the, that's probably her 3rd offensive rebound right there.
Nora Gummerman in the basketball game for Lane Matthew.
Lily Holmes just is sitting, but man, she brought some energy to this game.
Grace Biven back in for Lily Holmes. Newman going to drive in, take a 10-footer from the right side, around, and it finally drops in. 15-11, the Lincoln lead. 5:41 to go here in the half. Schneider, right side Holmes. Clark faked the 3 out of the corner. Nothing there. Clark in trouble. Gets it to Mesa. Mesa out front to Schneider. Lincoln resets the offense.
Grace could take her.
Schneider is going to try and take it in. Schneider tried to pass it, and the ball batted away. Gets it to Clark. Clark running one-hander up, no good. Rebound, Chatham comes out of there with it. And Grace Biven going to get called, I think, for the foul.
Yeah, Biven just needed to just get back on her. We don't need her in foul trouble.
That'll be the first foul on Lincoln of the game in the first of the second quarter. The first on Grace Biven.
I mean, really, with how these refs are calling the game, it's, nobody should be getting in foul trouble. Pretty physical.
Newman, right side, goes top of the key, Gilmore. Right side, Newman. In the corner, Bob. Bob drives in, tries to draw the Lincoln defense, throws it into Newman. Newman runs through the trees. I thought she traveled the basketball, and they're going to give her a 2-shot foul. Grace Biven, that is her second foul. Lexi Newman, the 6'2 junior at the line, up and no good. So if you just joined us, it's 15-11. Again, we are not allowed to do live video because this is an NFHS school, so you got us radio only tonight. Yep. Second one, up good. And good. 15-12. Chatham stays in there man-to-man. Schneider. Schneider around Matthew, goes inside. They get it to McLeod. Throw it back out. Clark going to take it in. Clark throws it up. No good. Rebound. Bob comes out of there with it, and Chatham's on the run. Schneider trying to poke it from behind, or it was Holmes trying to poke it from behind. They nearly threw it away. Gilmore out front. Gets it to Bob. Bob corner Newman. Newman will drive on Biven. Spin move. Up and good.
Wow, what a move. Nice move by Newman.
They cut it to 1. It's 15-14. Lincoln in a little bit of a drought right now. Scoring-wise, Schneider goes to Biven. Biven throws up a wild shot and went for her own rebound. Clark comes out of there with it. Clark to Schneider. And Schneider had it. Schneider's hit in the face. Ball batted away. Gilmore runs into Holmes, just bowls her over, and they take the lead, 16-15.
Wow.
Corey Farmer is letting one of the officials have it.
Wow.
If this was college, we'd be having a bunch of replays over getting popped in the face.
Man.
McLeod drives baseline, back to Schneider. Schneider tries to drive in. Schneider, Gilmore batted the ball away again.
You know, Chatham's coach is saying, hey, don't reach. You can get away with reaching.
Nice pass to Bivin. Bivin, kick out McLeod. She's pushed from behind. Let's see who they called that one on. Was that on Lamb? Let's see. Yep, that was on Gemma Lamb, and that is her second. So the two freshman big girls both have 2 fouls. McLeod to inbounds. Mesa looking for somebody to get it into, looking for somebody, throws it corner Schneider, and Hope Gilmore steals it away. Bounces it off of Mesa, and it bounced off of Gilmore.
Yeah.
It stays Lincoln basketball. Yep. Again, a flurry of activity, and you can't fault the effort on both teams tonight. This is some hard play and some hard defense. They go inside Holmes. Holmes out front, Clark. McLeod. Back out front, Mia Clark. Mia going to try and spin in. Goes baseline, Lily Holmes. Lily in trouble. Kick out to Mesa. Mesa. Schneider. Schneider going to drive in. Schneider throws up a shot and drew the foul.
Yeah, she can get by her girl anytime she wants to.
Nora Gummerman with the foul. That is her first. And the team's second of the second quarter. And Gracie going to go to the line with a chance to tie or take the lead. The senior lefty eyes it up and no good. Back of the iron. I don't know what it is, but I've never seen anybody shoot particularly well in this gymnasium.
Better have a soft touch.
I guess. Snyder, second one up, and around and out. Newman comes out of there with it. 3:05 to go here in the half. Bob out front, throws it to Newman, free throw line. Newman goes in the lane, 10-footer, rolls it home.
Wow, what a soft touch.
Lexi Newman with her size and length, once she gets in there, she's very tough to stop.
Yeah, she's killing us this second quarter. She's got 7 just in the second quarter.
And Newman with 10. Right side, Paisley Holmes. Paisley around the screen from Clark. They go inside to Mia Clark. Mia going to go up with the shot and nearly got it home, but was fouled.
Yeah, that was a good pass, good take by Mia.
Foul was on Hope Gilmore. That is her first. Team's third of the second quarter. Mia Clark up and good. 18-16, Chatham by 2. Lane Matthew back in the basketball game for Nora Gummerman. Clark's second one up and good. So that cuts the deficit to 1 with 2:38 to go in the half. And Bob will come up the floor. Bob, left side Matthew. Gilmore, 25 feet from the basket. In the corner they go Lop. Gilmore out front Matthew. They go inside Bob. 10-foot turnaround up, no good. Matthew the rebound and was fouled by Paisley Holmes.
Yeah, that right there was another offensive rebound. Second quarter, we're not doing a very good job of everybody going to the boards. They're getting the offensive rebound. That's probably their 4th or 5th just in this quarter.
Lane Matthew, the one-hand push shot. She nails a free throw, make it 19-17. Second one for Matthew, up no good, and she may get the rebound. Ball on the floor. She beat everybody on the baseline and got called for the travel.
Yeah, that's a good call. That was a travel.
But kind of disturbing that she was able to sprint from the free throw line and go get that ball.
Well, we were boxing out, but the only problem is that ball even hit the ground, and she was able to get that board.
Right side Holmes. Paisley goes in the corner. Clark. Back out front Paisley to McLeod. Off her fingers. And here they come the other way. Bob and Mesa McLeod pushed her in the back.
That could be intentional.
I know.
They're going to talk about it. Yeah, they're going to talk about it. Yeah, that's probably an intentional foul right there.
Wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, it's intentional. Yeah.
They call a technical foul?
Well, no, it's intentional. It's not. I mean, it's going to be free throws in the ball, but
a technical foul called on Paisley Holmes.
Flagrant. Yeah.
Oh, flagrant. That's why. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, because I wouldn't think it was technical.
So I believe Paisley picks up.
Oh, that's a big miss.
Bob misses the free throw.
Yeah, so
they'll get the ball back.
Yep.
Second one, Bob, up and good. 20-17. Sage Gilbert going to come in for Gray Gilbert going to come in for Lily Holmes.
Yeah.
Wishful thinking on my part, I suppose.
All right, big defensive stop. 2 minutes left in this second quarter. We need a big stop and a bucket down here.
Lincoln down 3 and has struggled to score here in the second quarter.
Yeah, we've only scored 4 points in this second quarter.
They get it into Newman. Newman trapped in the corner, out front Matthew. Gilmore top of the key. Gilmore spin move, throws it back out Newman. Newman's wide open for a 3. No! It rolled around, out, and went back down. Make it 23-17. Chatham up 6.
Well, Gilbert just left her. I mean, it's probably not her spot, but you just can't leave someone wide open, especially her.
Schneider-Clark, 25-footer, blocked. And here they come the other way, and Paisley Holmes is going to get nailed for another foul. That is Paisley Holmes' third foul and the 5th on Lincoln, so we're going to the line with 1:31 to go here. And, Darren, this is not a point you want to let the game get away from you.
No, especially right before halftime, too. The momentum's going to be it's switched this whole second quarter just on to Chatham.
Newman makes the first of 2. Lily Holmes back in the basketball game for her sister. Second one for Newman, up and around and out. No good. Ball hits the floor. Good box out by the Lincoln girls. And Gray Gilbert able to come out with a rebound. So 24-17. The lead is 7. Lincoln needs a bucket here. Clark. Ball batted away. Gets it out to Schneider. Schneider going to drive it in the lane. And Schneider drew a foul on somebody, and I'm not sure who. There were 2 players around her. And I think is it Hope Gilmore that it went against Lane Matthew. That is her second and the team's 4th. With 1:11 to go. Checking in, Emma Guernsey and Lane Matthew going to take a seat. McLeod to inbound under the Lincoln basket. They're looking for somebody. She's looking, gets it into Lily Holmes. Lily, left-handed dribble, trying to get out of trouble.
Yeah, got to have
Lily
space.
gets it to Grace. Schneider, ball batted away. Gilmore nearly picked her pocket. Schneider out front. Lincoln looking a little confused right now. They go in the corner. Gray Gilbert drives baseline. Great defense by Chatham. They're cutting off everything. Clark free throw line, and Gilmore fouled her.
Thank you. That was over the back, easy right there.
That's 2 on Hope Gilmore, and that'll put Lincoln at the free throw line. So Mia Clark with a chance to at least cut into the deficit and put some more points on the board for the Lady Railers. Clark up and good. Give Mia 8 here in the first half. Gilmore going to take a seat for Chatham.
Yeah, this is Mia's 5th free throw right here, and she's 5 for 5.
Nailed it. So it's 24-19. Chatham coming the other way.
All right, big stop right here. Big stop.
They post Newman at the free throw line. They go into almost a 1-3-1 type offense. Out front they go to Guernsey.
Oh, yes,
Guernsey
nice.
Ball stolen away. Lily Holmes, that athleticism. Lily steals the ball away, gets it to Grace. Grace pushes it into the free throw lane. Kick out McLeod. Left side 3, is it? No good. In and out. Ball batted around, and Gray Gilbert nearly stole it from Newman, and here they come the other way. They throw it ahead to Bob. Bob stops. Out front Guernsey to Newman. Right side, Gummerman.
Nice job by McLeod.
Bob, it's stolen away
Lily.
again. 10 seconds on the clock. Here comes Schneider quickly the other way. Grace was fouled from behind.
Thank you. That's free throws,
By
too.
Emma Guernsey. And I'm sure Alyssa Riley did not want to see that foul here toward the end of the half. Schneider with a chance to cut into the lead, to cut it to 4 or 3 with both free throws. 5.5 seconds on the clock. The lefty eyes it up, and it hit the back of the iron, went straight up and down through the hoop. 24-20. Schneider with 3. Second one. Bounces it, spins it, lefty up and good.
Keep everything in front.
24-21. They get it into Ava Bob. Bob across the timeline. Lexi Newman travel with the basketball. 30-footer up, no good. And at the end of the half, it is Chatham 24 and Lincoln 21. We will send it back to the WLCN studios for a 2-minute timeout. When we come back, Darren and I will have the Ground Incorporated halftime show. You are listening to Lady Railer Basketball on Logan County Sports Voice, WLCN 96.3 FM.
Thank you for watching WLCN's coverage of Lincoln Community High School Lady Railer basketball. WLCN's coverage is made possible by Culver's of Lincoln, Me Realty, Full Gospel Evangelistic Center, Elkhart Croft and Lake Fork Fertilizer Service, Heritage Packaging, Modern Brake and Alignment, Lincoln Mayor Tracy Welch and Annette Welch, Grau Incorporated, Schneider Masonry, Collision Concepts, State Farm Insurance Agent Brian Clark, The Johnson Family,
Simply Traveled Cruise Planners,
United Community Bank, Dara Entwistle and Health Insurance Solutions of Illinois, LCHS Lady Railer Basketball Alumni, Rocking G Land and Cattle. Thank you for watching WLCN's coverage of Lincoln Community High School Lady Railer basketball.
High School's West Gym, where Lincoln, which led 13-9 at the end of the first quarter, down 24-21 at halftime. And boy, this has been a rock'em sock'em type of contest with both teams playing really hard, and actually both teams playing very physical, Darren.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, and that's right from the get-go. And the refs really wasn't calling. I mean, I don't think they changed what they were calling, but a lot of obvious physicalness was going in the second quarter, because first quarter there wasn't hardly any fouls called, and then the second quarter both teams were shooting what do you say, double bonus?
Right, they were playing the super bonus. You know, I think at some point as an official you let it go so far, but then you got to take control of the game, otherwise you're going to have a fight on your hands, and nobody wants to see that. I mean, look at what happened. I thought really they called more fouls after Paisley Holmes committed the flagrant foul to kind of maybe clean things up a little bit and tone things down a little bit.
Was that on Paisley? I thought it was McLeod.
No, it was Paisley Holmes that called a flagrant foul.
Okay. All right. Yeah, and you're right. I thought after that foul right there, it seemed like a little over the back, because they weren't calling over the back earlier in the game, and they were calling it later in that second quarter. But that second quarter went pretty much to Chatham. They outscored us 15-8. We led after one, 13-9, and then they outscored us 15-8 in the second quarter. I'll go through the scoring with Chatham with Ava Bob. She had 4 points. You had Newman that had a huge second quarter. She had 11 just the second quarter, and she's got 14. Lane Matthew has 1. Hope Gilmore has 2. And it looks like Lamb has 3. And Lamb going into this game was their leading scorer, but I think really Newman should be probably their leading scorer. Mia Clark for Lincoln has 9. Lily Holmes has 1 for 2 from that line. Grace Schneider had 4. Paisley Holmes, too, and Biven that came off the bench in that first quarter. Her and Paisley Holmes gave us a spark in that first quarter, but once Biven picked up that second foul in that early in the second quarter, we didn't really see her that much the rest of the game. But that gives the lead to Chatham 24-21. We've been getting to the free throw line quite a bit. Mia Clark shot 5 free throws, went 5 for 5. Lily went 1 for 2. And Grace Schneider went 2 for 4. And Biven went 1 for 2. So, we've gotten to the free throw line quite a bit tonight. And if we can keep on doing that, but I liked our energy and really passing the ball earlier in the game. We were doing a great job. Grace Snyder was getting around her girl the whole time, but Chatham's so great on helping on the defense. It was tough because once they saw Grace penetrating, there was Gilmore. It seemed like Gilmore was always there reaching and trying to get the steal.
Lincoln has not been able really to get much of a three-point shot off. We've seen a couple of them blocked. The girls are really struggling to try and get the outside shots. But you can expect that because Chatham's defense is very good, and they're long, they're tall. Our girls aren't that big and have trouble getting shots off against taller opponents, and they're going to figure out a way to make some offense here in the second half.
Well, I can only remember 3 threes even taken. I think Gilbert was one of them. Gray Gilbert was one of them that shot one from the corner earlier in the game. McLeod shot that. I thought that was actually going to go in. And then Mia Clark kind of rushed one to where, they're all over Mia Clark. They know coming in that Mia Clark is their three-point shooter.
I noticed that Corey Farmer had posted Mia Clark a few times, and she was able to do something inside, whether it was get a bucket or get a foul. I think that she can play in the post with her back to the basket and get to the free throw line or get a bucket inside.
Well, she has so many different moves. She can go up and under. She can shot fake and go to the hoop. Because she finds a way to get to the free throw line. That one guy over in Southeast, I think she shot like 14, 15 free throws at Southeast and made 95% of them. So for the second half, all right, again, you're going to harp on rebounding because I thought second quarter they did a good job of crashing the boards and getting second or third chances. We got to cut that out. I think we're doing a great job on getting back on defense, but offensively, we got to keep penetrating and kicking it.
We're going to send it back to the WLCN studios for a 2-minute timeout. You've been listening to the Grau Incorporated halftime show of Lincoln Lady Raider basketball. We'll be back in 2 minutes with the start of the second half.
Thank you for watching WLCN's coverage of Lincoln Community High School Lady Raider basketball. WLCN's coverage is made possible by Culver's of Lincoln, Me Realty, Full Gospel Evangelistic Center, Elkhart Croft and Lake Fork Fertilizer Service, Heritage Packaging, Modern Brake and Alignment, Lincoln Mayor Tracy Welch and Annette Welch, Grau Incorporated, Schneider Masonry, Collision Concepts, State Farm Insurance Agent Brian Clark, The Johnson Family,
Simply Traveled Cruise Planners,
United Community Bank, Dara Entwistle and Health Insurance Solutions of Illinois, LCHS Lady Raider basketball alumni, Rocking G Land and Cattle. Thank you for watching WLCN's coverage of Lincoln Community High School Lady Raider basketball.
Back here at the West Gymnasium, where we've got a minute and 20 seconds before we go back to action here. Lincoln down 24-21 and was down 24-17 right before the half, and got to the free throw line with Mia Clark and Grace Schneider making a couple free throws each to cut it to a 3-point game. Again, if you just joined us, so we are not allowed to do the video because this is an LCHS school. So we are doing radio only tonight, and we have not been able to find a score of the boys' game tonight against Belleville West. So Lincoln down 24-21. Mia Clark with 9 points in the first half leads Lincoln, and Lexi Newman with 14 first half points. And Darren, she did a lot of damage in the second quarter.
Newman, we got to stop Newman. I mean, she is their best player offensively. That she could shoot outside and she can drive inside, and that's what she was actually looking at. That whole first quarter, half of the first quarter, she was staying outside, but then she was actually working her way to get inside. So we have to make sure we know where she is, and with us, we got to have Grace keep on penetrating, and Mia Clark.
The Lincoln girls did a pretty good job on the boards the first half. There were a couple times there where they did let them get a second and third shot, but I thought they did a pretty good job of screening out and getting the rebounds there in the first half.
And that's going to be another key to start this second half.
Chatham with the basketball to start the second half. Bob, right side Matthew. Ball nearly stolen away by McLeod. Newman, they bring her way out front. Right side Matthew. Holmes all over her. Newman, out front Matthew. They're posting Gilmore right there in the lane. They go baseline Newman, nice back cut, and she lays it up and in, make it 26-21.
Yeah, that was a great play by it. Newman was outside, and they got the ball in the middle, and she just cut to the basket and beat Gilbert.
Schneider had the ball taken away by Matthew. Ball on the floor, and a jump ball, it will go Lincoln's way.
Yep. Yeah, her Grace was just showing pretty much Matthew the ball right there. She's either got to make one move and go straight to the hoop. Don't mess around with the ball out.
Schneider throws it to Clark. Clark in the corner, Gilbert. Gilbert had the ball batted away by Gilmore, and Chatham's defense causes a turnover. Here they come quickly. Lamb throws it inside. Gilbert knocks it away. Ball on the floor, and a jump ball called, and it's getting a little chippy out there.
Great job by Gilbert. She turned the ball over right there, and she sprinted down there and got in front of Bob right there and knocked the ball away.
Jump ball goes Chatham's way. Bob to inbound. Grace Biven in the basketball game for Lincoln. They throw into Gilmore. Gilmore going to go baseline on McLeod. Kicks it back out to Newman, to Lamb. Lamb. Hand off to Gilmore. They're posting Ava Bob. They post Bob. They throw it inside to Newman. Just throw it over the Lincoln defense. Up and good.
Yeah. If I'm Chatham, that's what I'm doing all the time, because Newman's 6'2". We don't have anybody that can match her.
Biven drives baseline, nearly traveled the basketball, and Gilmore stepped in and stole the pass away.
Yeah, it's not a good start for Lincoln right now. A couple turnovers, a couple easy baskets for Chatham. We got to have a stop right here.
Bob, out front Matthew. Lamb. Matthew. Left side Newman. Newman threw the ball away. Holmes trying to chase it down. They saved it. Ball batted up, and Mason McLeod comes out of there with it. 6:09 to go here in the third quarter. Schneider out front, drives down the lane. Kick out Biven. Biven, McLeod. Schneider. Schneider drives in again. Schneider, the kick to Biven. Nearly lost the basketball. Biven, Holmes, three-pointer on the way. In and out, no good. And Grace Biven nearly committed a foul there.
Yeah, that was probably a foul.
Here comes Matthew the other way. Handoff Newman. Newman, Lamb, left side Bob, three on the way, no good. Rebound, up and no good. Matthew got the rebound, and a foul going to go against Lincoln. I believe it's on Grace Schneider. Yep.
Well, and we talked about offensive rebounds and stopping Newman in this quarter, and neither one has been effective right now.
Matthew up and no good. 28-21, the Chatham lead. Chatham with 2 buckets here to start the third quarter. Lincoln has yet to score, and Emma Hutchinson going to come in for Grace Biven. Paisley Holmes going to come in for her sister Lily. So Lincoln going a little smaller, maybe quicker.
And maybe see if Hutchinson can get her shots off too.
Matthew makes the second one, make it 29-21. The lead is 8. Chatham pressing all over the floor. Schneider in the backcourt. And now Chatham going to pull the press off. Schneider, right side in front of the Lincoln bench. Schneider kicked to McLeod in the corner. Mesa, long pass out front, Paisley Holmes. Paisley gets it to Clark. Clark, free throw line. Clark, kick out Hutchinson. Emma drives, free throw line, nearly had the shot to Schneider. They put Newman on Hutchinson, so 6-2 against 5-2. Yeah. Schneider, and gets called for the 5-second call.
Well, Schneider was dribbling towards the elbow, and McLeod was standing just right there instead of going down to the corner to where she could take her girl with her, and she didn't. She stayed outside, so Grace didn't have a lane to drive.
Newman, elbow free throw line, left side, gets it to Lamb. Lamb from the other elbow, good. Wide open 15-footer from the elbow and make it 31-21. The lead is 10.
When it's man-to-man here and Paisley has it, we need to clear out.
Paisley going to drive it in. Gilmore, turnaround, up and good.
That's exactly what needed to be, because everybody's staying down there and Paisley's got the ball. Just clear out, let her take the ball up the floor.
And that breaks the drought. Lincoln down 8, 31-23, 4:17 to go here in the third. Lamb, cross court, Matthew, wide open 10-footer, she got it. Lead back to 10. Can't trade them baskets at this point.
I don't know if they missed a shot.
Snyder, Hutchinson, Emma, 15-footer, no good. Bob the rebound, and she comes the other way. Nice little move by Emma Hutchinson. Lamb, three-pointer, top of the key, good. Wow. Gemma Lamb and Corey Farmer is going to take a timeout. It will be a full timeout, and we will keep it right here.
Maybe that's why she's the leading scorer. Her shot looks really, really good. I mean, we knew she was the leading scorer coming in, and maybe that's why she didn't have much shots, because we made sure we knew. But we know what Newman brings as well. But I don't know if they missed a shot this
I can't remember one.
No.
Elkhart Croft and Lake Fork Fertilizer is your local source for all your fertilizer, ag chemical, and custom application needs. At Lake Fork, contact Clay at 217-792-3397. In Elkhart, call Chris at 217-947-2221. And at Croft, give Mark or Eric a call, 217-445-2631. Rockin' G Land and Cattle is your partner for building a better herd of cattle. Call Mark at 217-737-7905 or give Sheldon a call at 217-737-7787. Rockin' G Land and Cattle, your partner in performance. Modern Brake and Alignment, serving Lincoln and Logan County since 1964 with full-service auto repairs, including suspension service, brake replacement, wheel alignment, transportation services, and more. Learn more at modernbrake.com. Go Railers. Coach, the ladies have dug themselves a 13-point hole here, and you want to knock that down at least to 10 by the end of the quarter if you're going to have a chance in the fourth.
And as a coach, that's what you're thinking too. By the end of the quarter, it's got to be 10 or lower. Because, I mean, it starts with defensive end. Right now, they're getting any shot they want to.
Schneider with the basketball across the timeline. Ava Bob all over her. Schneider drives in, gets in the trees, falls down, and a foul going to be called. And the foul's on Lamb.
I'll tell you what, I'm looking at Lamb. That just does not look like a freshman out there.
No, not at all.
How she moves, how she...
Nora Gummerman going to come in for Lamb. McLeod to inbound, gets it into Biven. Biven Clark. Mia spins, right side Paisley Holmes. Paisley, nothing coming easy for Lincoln right now offensively. Paisley out front, Mesa. Schneider going to drive it in. Schneider looking for somebody to dish it off to. Throws a tough pass into Clark. Mia couldn't handle it in the lane, and Chatham comes out with it. 3:14 to go here in the third. Bob goes in the corner, Gummerman. Back to Matthew, back to Bob. Matthew, Bob. Newman, top of the key to Bob. Bob, three-pointer right side, looked good. Nope. Rebound, they got it and threw it almost away. Schneider chases it down. Schneider across the timeline. Grace in the corner, Mesa. Back out front, Grace. Paisley, right side. Mesa, cut out, back to Paisley. Paisley, nice pass to Biven. Biven lost the basketball. Grace trying to make a move, throws it up, no good, gets her own rebound. Kicks it out, Mesa, top of the key, three, no good. It bounces high, Biven the rebound. Biven hook shot up, no good. Clark the rebound. Clark up and got fouled.
Tell you what, that was a good possession right there. I mean, we kept on fighting for the rebounds. Biven had a nice pass from Paisley just off her hands, but way to crash the boards. That's a good way to get back in the game, too.
That's 3 fouls on Lane Matthew, and Emma Guernsey going to have to come in as Clark to the free throw line and short. Second one for the 5'9" senior, looking for a 10th point, get into double figures. Made it. 36-24, the Chatham lead. 2:19 to go here in the third, and Lincoln puts on a full court press.
Yeah, you almost have to change something. Trap.
They got her trapped at the half-court line, and Paisley seals it away. Paisley Holmes down the lane, left-handed shot up, no good. Clark the board up and no good. Oh my goodness.
Wow.
Tight rims here at Chatham. Bob down the lane on Biven. Great block by Grace Biven. Bob gets it back out front to Guernsey, and a timeout is taken by Alyssa Riley. It is a full timeout, and I'll go ahead and keep it right here with Schneider Masonry, family-owned and operated in Central Illinois with over 40 years of experience serving builders, contractors, and homeowners. Free estimates available. Call 217-314-9654. State Farm Insurance Agent Brian Clark, located at 628 North Chicago in Lincoln. Brian can steer you in the right direction on auto insurance as well as coverage for your home. Call 217-732-6211. Coach, you did everything but go in the basket down here on the offensive end.
Yeah, we had two nice. Paisley had a great looking layup because Bob was trying to take a charge, and Paisley went right around her with the lefty, went in and out, and Mia had a great offensive rebound again, and that baby went all the way around the rim. But I tell you what, we picked up the intensity after that timeout that Coach Farmer had, and he changed something by putting the press on, and I think it stunned Chatham because you never want to pick your dribble up right when you pass half court, and that's where Paisley Holmes stole the ball right after half court.
So we'll set it for you. 1:53 to go here in the third quarter. Lincoln down 36-24. Lexi Newman now with 18 points on the evening. And once she's gotten the basketball, she's been tough to stop.
Yeah.
Ava Bob will inbound just to the right of our location here at half court. Bob.
Yeah, they
left side Gummerman.
They got Newman right in the middle, too. There she goes outside.
Lop, Newman, Guernsey. They throw it inside to Bob. Bob, free throw line, in trouble,
Still.
Ball stolen away by Schneider. Schneider, one person to beat. Schneider down the lane, threw the ball up and drew the foul. Wow.
Yeah, that wasn't a foul right
I didn't think so, but Chatham's crowd doesn't like it, and I can't blame them.
Yeah,
That is the first on Ava Bob and the team's third of the third quarter. Schneider to the free throw line with 2. A chance to cut it to 10. Up and no.
Yeah, well, everything's a little flat and short for our girls. I don't know if they're getting tired or not.
Second one for the senior. Eyes it, up and got it.
That looked a lot better there.
36-25, and Lincoln puts the press on again. Newman backcourt. Newman ahead to Bob. Nearly threw the ball away.
Yes,
Clark almost had it, and they got it. Biven hands off to Paisley Holmes. Minute 24. Lincoln with a chance to cut it to single digits. Schneider out front. Lincoln sets up. They go left side, Biven. Biven, nice bounce pass to Holmes.
No.
Holmes, lob pass to Clark. Clark under the basket, bumped. McLeod, Schneider. Schneider fakes the three, goes in the lane, throws it up, and got it!
Yes. Good job by Grace.
And the one, and the harm.
Well, and I can't believe, I mean, you want Grace Schneider to probably shoot one from the outside, and Gilmore just started running at her, and Grace has been killing Chatham on the penetration.
Stella Lopp with the foul, her first, and Schneider makes the free throw, so it's 36-28. Lincoln cut it within within single digits. Nearly stole the ball away again. Bob finally comes across the half-court line, right side at the CS8 emblem. Out front, Guernsey. They go inside and throw it underneath the basket to Gilmore. Wow. Nice play.
Wow.
Newman to Gilmore, the high post to the low post. They get a bucket, and the lead is 10.
That play's been there a lot tonight for them.
Schneider across the timeline. Left side, Biven. Biven to Holmes, elbow.
Spin.
Looking for Clark on the pop-out. Mia Clark, a three on the way. No, way too hard, and here they come the other way.
Yeah, I was hoping Paisley would spin and go to the hoop right there. I know they set that play up for Mia to shoot the three, but they've been all over Mia.
Newman out front, 18 seconds on the clock. Chatham looking like they want to play for the last shot. Newman, she's got to cut her again. Bob, 10-footer, good. Here comes Lincoln the other way. Clock inside 10 seconds. Schneider going to take it all away. Schneider out front, McLeod. McLeod, Clark, top of the key. Three, is it? No good. And rebound. And at the end of three quarters, it is Chatham 40 and Lincoln 28. We will send it back to the WLCN studios for a 1-minute timeout.
Whether you're buying or selling your home, the brokers of Me Realty will work with you to get the deal done. As one of Central Illinois' top producing offices for decades, Me Realty has the experience to guide you through the process. You want results? Call the brokers of Me Realty at 217-735-5424, stop by the office at 602 Keokuk Street in Lincoln, or check out local listings online at merealty.com.
Minutes to go here between Lincoln and Chatham's girls, and Chatham up 40-28 at the end of three quarters, and Chatham outscored Lincoln 16-7 during the third period. Lincoln had it within single digits, Coach, but Chatham able to pull it out to a 12-point lead as we enter the fourth quarter.
Yeah, I mean, again, it's 8 minutes left. You got to pressure the ball, keep attacking the basket.
Schneider, had Clark open under the basket. Schneider going to drive it in, throws up a shot. Gilmore blocked it, and guess who comes out with it? Newman. Newman across the timeline. And, Coach, they're in a position they can make Lincoln chase at this point.
Oh, yeah.
Gilmore outside. Gilmore throws a right side lob. They go Newman. Newman 15 feet away, doesn't take it. Guernsey back out front, Bob. They're posting Gilmore high post. Newman outside again. They go inside Gilmore. Gilmore go down the lane. Biven blocked it, but got called. It's either Biven or Clark on the foul.
Yeah, I mean, and Mia's just standing right in the middle of that lane to where, I mean, Gilmore could pretty much get the ball anytime, and that was a good take by Gilmore.
Fouls on Grace Biven. That is her third. And Hope Gilmore goes to the line. First one up, no good. 7:15 to go in a basketball game. Second one up and got it. 41-28. The lead is 13 for Chatham. Lincoln works the other way. Left side, Biven. Biven, handoff to Paisley Holmes. Paisley, kick out McLeod. Three on the way. No good. Back of the iron. Paisley Holmes skied for the rebound.
Wow.
Gets it to Biven. Biven throws it up and no good, but got fouled.
Paisley, I mean, skied for that rebound.
Emma Guernsey, that is her third foul. They have her for 3. I had her for 2, so we'll give her an extra foul. Gracie Biven to the free throw line. The first one, the freshman eyes it up, and no good. But you're right. The athleticism of Paisley Holmes is amazing, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, you can see that just right off the get-go, man. Defensively, she is everywhere. And when that ball goes up, she is going to that board.
Second one for Gracie Biven, up and good. Got it.
Good free throw.
Got one of 2. Lily Holmes going to come in for Grace Biven.
And that's just defense right there, offense, defense right there, because ball stopped. You want your quickest team out there, especially when you're pressing.
Lincoln trying to pick up the pressure. They got Chatham in the backcourt. Matthew still in the backcourt. Matthew quickly to Gilmore. They trap her.
Yes.
And ball tipped away. And that's a backcourt violation.
Yep, it is. I didn't know if they were going to call it.
I didn't either. Mesa McLeod will inbound just to our left at the hash mark in Lincoln's front court. Mesa kicks it to Grace. Grace cross timeline. Grace started to drive in, now looking for somebody. They're all over Mia Clark. Mia's having a tough time getting a shot off.
Nice.
Grace drives in, nice drive up and good. And that'll make it 41-31. The lead back to 10. And Lincoln pressing again. They get it inbounds to Gilmore. Gilmore to Bob. Bob going to drive it right up against the Lincoln press and gets it in the front court.
Well, that's who you want the ball to probably be is Bob.
Gilmore nearly threw the ball away, gets it to Newman. Newman, right side, Matthew.
Oh, nice.
Stolen by Holmes, and Holmes, look, foul, gets it to Paisley. Paisley, ball on the floor, and...
Well, Lily just waited too long to get it to Paisley. She had a wide open layup.
Foul is on Paisley Holmes.
Gosh.
And on that kind of a scrum, they called a foul.
Yeah, that was huge because Lily Holmes, great job of stealing the ball. And Paisley, there was nobody back there, and Lily didn't see her and took one extra dribble and then tried to pass it to her.
And at that point, Lily probably should have just taken the ball home.
Right, yes, because it was 2-on-1.
Right.
Yeah, Bob was the only one, and yeah, I mean, you probably have their smartest girl back there that was actually playing both of the girls.
You know, the old saying, victory favors the team that makes the fewest mistakes. Lincoln got a mistake there, but couldn't capitalize it. Coughed the ball right back over. But that's the way that it is, you know. And Chatham's defense has been fantastic tonight.
Oh, been great. And I mean, this last, probably quarter and a half, Lincoln's played hard. We just ain't capitalizing on the mistakes that Chatham's had.
Johnson family, in honor of Keith Johnson, a proud supporter of Lincoln Lady Raider basketball for over 50 years. Simply Travel Cruise Planners. Let LCHS alum Amy Wiggers-Chen help with domestic and global travel arrangements for groups, generational travel, Disney, and all things cruises. Call Amy at 615-961-6474. Go online to simply-travel.com. So Lincoln pressing again. Bob gets it inbounds to Lamb back in the basketball game, and Matthew in the backcourt. Oh, and almost a backcourt violation.
And I thought Newman might have walked, too.
Bob in trouble, out front Lamb, right side Newman. Newman, Matthew, Lincoln chasing them all over the court. Gets it to Bob. Bob's got somebody open under the basket. They get it to Lamb, 10-footer up and good. 43-31, 5:38 to go in a basketball game. Clark out front. Mia to Paisley. Paisley running 10-footer up and good. Holy cow.
Wow.
Paisley Holmes knocks it home, and it's 43-33.
Tell you what, they got a girl back, and they did not see her.
Gilmore, Newman to Bob. Bob throws it to Gilmore. Left side Matthew. Back out front Gilmore. Lamb. They throw it inside to Gilmore. Down the lane she goes, up and good. Hope Gilmore catches the ball down on the block. She's going to be tough to stop.
Oh, she's strong.
45-33, lead back to 12. Schneider, Paisley. Paisley going to go down the lane. Paisley in the corner, McLeod. 3 on the way. No good. Rebound Paisley, and got fouled by, I think, Jenna Lamb.
That's got to be her fourth, isn't it?
I believe so. Paisley Holmes all over the place, and that is the fourth on Jenna Lamb. the team's second of the fourth quarter. And Paisley Holmes, the 5'3" freshman, goes to the line with 2. Up and got it.
She's 5'3", but plays more like 5'7", 5'8", really.
You know, you and I have talked about this, and you know, if you're scouting teams, you talk about somebody having a motor. She has one, and it's going all the time. Up and missed the second one, and Newman comes out with a rebound. I mean, if we thought Becca Heitzig was the Energizer Bunny, Paisley Holmes has got a motor herself.
Yeah.
Gilmore out front against Paisley. Paisley in there stole the ball. They get it to Bob. Shot by Matthew from 18 feet up. No good. Ball in the corner. Lamb tried to chase it down, and Lamb falls out of bounds. And they say it was off of Lincoln last. Well, we are on the floor, so we get blocked off.
Yeah, I couldn't tell. I mean, it's
it was hard to tell from this angle.
Way over there, too.
Lamb tried throwing the ball off of one of the Lincoln girls and must have succeeded. They have the ball. 4:28 to go here in the fourth. Chatham up 11, 45-34. Bob to inbound, out front Newman. Matthew in trouble out front. Lincoln girls fouling her and no call. Newman, and so Matthew go to the floor.
Paisley is everywhere out there, too.
Bob going to drive in. Bob Gilmore. Out front, Newman, right side, Matthew. In the corner, Lamb. Lamb drives on McLeod, and Mace is going to get nailed for a blocking foul. That is the first foul on Mason McLeod, and if I'm right here, the starters only have 2 fouls among them, and we've seen how long has it been since we've seen that? Newman out front, Holmes all over her. Newman throws it to Gilmore. Gilmore back to Newman.
Get up on her, make her dribble. Trapped.
Gilmore going to drive it in. Thought she traveled. No, missed the shot. And I think Mia Clark's going to get nailed for the foul. Yep.
And she is just tough when she takes it to the basket.
First foul on Mia Clark. Gilmore going to the line for 2, and that is Lincoln's 4th foul, and she missed it. Back of the iron, rolled off the front. 3:44 to go. Glad you joined us here on the Sports Voice of Lincoln and Logan County, WLCN 96.3 FM. Second one up and good. 46-34. Substitution for Chatham. Still a lot back in the basketball game, and Hope Gilmore going to take a seat. Lincoln length of the floor to come and needs to get something done on offense here in a hurry. Schneider, left side Lily. Lily, hand off to Paisley. Paisley, kick in the corner, Mesa. Paisley fell down. Out front, Lily. Chatham's defense is incredible right now. Lily drives in, 10-footer, good!
Great take by Lily.
Lily went straight up with a classic jump shot, shot it over one of the Chatham defenders. They get it inbounds to Newman. Back to Bob. And a timeout taken by Alyssa Riley. And it'll be a 30-second timeout with 3:15 on the clock and the lead 10 for Chatham. Coach, why a timeout at that point in time? I mean, you've got the ball inbounds and working it up the floor.
She must have either saw the spacing not being very good or something wrong. But, I mean, they had the right girls touching the ball because Newman came actually from the middle to catch it. And that's what we usually want to do because we want to kick it. Once you get it in, you want to kick it right back to the person that's taking the ball out because nobody's there. Nobody's guarding the ball out of bounds. So you want to kick it right back to, and then the spacing can actually be good. But she must have saw something to where the setup wasn't very good because I don't know it doesn't look like Bob's the one taking the ball out right now, and that's who took it out the last time.
But that puts them back having to get the ball across half court, and they're down to one timeout left. Newman inbounds, looking for somebody. Lily doing a good job on defense. Newman back to Bob. Bob still in the backcourt, throws it to Newman. Newman finally gets it across the timeline. Newman way out front to Ava Bob. Bob. There's a foul finally called.
And that's all right.
That's right. Yeah. Lily Holmes for the foul.
Yeah, you want to go for the ball. If you get a foul, put them in the line. I mean, draw it out a little bit more.
Ava Bob to the free throw line, the senior.
Yeah, she's probably going to
in and out.
Miss it. That was nice.
Again, 46-36, the Chatham lead. 3:01 to go. That was the first foul on Lily Holmes. Second one for Ava Bob. Ooh, barely rolled it home, but she got it. 47-36. Schneider will work it up against Matthew. Schneider, left side, Lily Holmes. Lily, handoff to Paisley. Paisley, drive in, kick out McLeod. Another three on the way. No good. Long board. Clark trying to chase it down. She did.
Great
Sent it
hustle.
into Holmes. Holmes is getting fouled, and that's probably a timeout by Corey Farmer.
Or they could have called it.
Yeah, they could have. Corey's got plenty of timeouts left. That's his second one he's used, so we will keep it right here with a 30-second timeout. What sponsors we have? We have some great sponsors this year, including the LCHS Lady Railer Basketball alumni. Lincoln Lady Railer Basketball, a proud tradition of Lincoln Community High School athletics. Once a Railer, always a Railer. Dara Entwistle and Health Insurance Solutions of Illinois, advocating for you, your family, and your company. Located at 620 Broadway Street in downtown Lincoln. Call 217-737-7581. Well,
speaking of alum, I saw Becca Heitzig going to ISU.
Closer to home.
Yes. Stacy Sparks probably loves that.
No, I'm sure.
She lives over there in Bloomington.
I'm sure. Mesa had a cutter, trying to get it in there and trying to get it inbounds. Lob pass to Schneider. Gracie going to drive it in, throws it up. Oh, nice. My goodness, in the trees. The lefty throws it up and make it 47-38. Lincoln pressing all over in the backcourt. Newman ahead to Matthew. Matthew quickly up the floor.
She
almost double dribbled. She did double dribble.
Yeah.
Bob out front, lost the basketball. Ball on the floor, and Lily Holmes nearly steals it away.
Timeout.
And a timeout taken by Chatham. That's their last timeout. It is a full timeout. Let's go ahead and keep it right here. Heritage Packaging in Lincoln, that's easy for you to say, offering top-notch products and value-driven solutions for Central Illinois. Learn more online at welchpkg.com or call 217-735-4406. How about our mayor? Mayor of Lincoln, Tracy, and his wife, Annette Welch, attend one of Tracy's monthly Coffee with the Mayor events to ask questions and learn more about happenings around Lincoln. Check the Lincoln City Facebook page for dates and times. The LMH Community Health Collaborative, improving the health of the people in the communities it serves with programs such as walking challenges in the LMH market during the summer. Heartland Bank and Trust Company with 2 convenient locations locally to serve you and many others throughout Central Illinois. In Lincoln, stop by 818 Woodlawn Road or 111 North Sangamon Street in Lincoln, or go online to hbtbank.com. Well, Coach, I don't know if it's going to matter or not, but that took them, they had no timeouts left.
Yeah, so now, I mean, we trap them. You know, it's the people off the trap is the big difference in when we trap, because those are the ones that gets the steal. You can trap, but the other girls have to be ready to make a steal, because you have to spread our defense out.
Holmes steals the ball. Lily off to the races. Layup time. Got it.
Nice.
47-40. Don't you go away. 2:19 to go. Bob finally gets it inbound to Lopp. They throw it ahead to Matthew. Matthew across the timeline. Throws it to Lamb. Had Newman wide open under the basket. Didn't do anything with it. Out front they go. Lopp left side. Matthew out front. Bob free throw line. Baseline. Lamb up and good. 49-40. Inbound they go to Paisley Holmes. Paisley quickly up the floor. Paisley slicing through traffic. Kick out to Lily. Lily going to take it in. Lily, right side McLeod. Schneider. Minute 45 to go. Lincoln down 9. 49-40. Clark going to drive it in. Clark running one-hander. Oh, in and out.
That's
and Holmes went for the rebound, and
Yes.
Stella Lopp's going to get called for the foul.
But we're not shooting. That's only their third.
1:37 to go. Hope Gilmore back in the game for Stella Lopp. And Lincoln to inbound. Mesa looking for somebody, looking. In the corner, Paisley. Paisley, nice ball fake. Drives it in. Paisley got fouled again.
Yeah, it's a totally different half and calling the game.
Hope Gilmore with the foul, and the next foul, Lincoln shooting no matter what. Minute 34 to go. Mesa to inbound, looking for the cutter, gets it into Mia. Mia, spin move on Newman, almost a step-back shot. Out front, Lily, Paisley, Schneider. Schneider had a clear out and a timeout taken by Corey Farmer.
That's a good timeout, actually, because set up a play right off the get-go so you can try to score within 5-10 seconds.
Corey's got some great sets that he runs off of inbounds plays and is usually able to get somebody open or get a decent shot out of it. So it'll be interesting to see what he draws up here. Where's the ball? Let's see, the ball going to be out under the basket again, or is it going to be on the sideline?
Well, the ref right next to us has it, so it must be. I can't imagine it being right here. Did we have the ball over here?
When the timeout was called, I thought the ball was
over by Coach.
Yeah,
that's what I thought, but he's standing right by us, so it looks like it's going to be on the side. But a lot of the times too, Coach has a good play. Maybe not to score right on the out of, but we have a set that is called from the out of bounds. So we'll call a set right when we get in, and it will go right to it for a either, he's going to probably try to get a three, I would assume. Because right now with a minute 25, us being down 9, you can still take it to the hoop. I mean, now we're shooting the rest of the game.
Right.
But if you want someone taking the ball to the hoop, you got to have Grace, Paisley, and maybe even Lily. She's done a pretty good job of.
Mesa to inbound, got it inbound to Paisley, back to Mesa. Mesa almost a step back three, gets it to Grace. They're guarding the three-point line pretty heavy. Grace going to drive in, ball lost on the floor, and here they come the other way. Minute 12 to go. Chatham up 9 and a foul just over half court, and I believe it'll go against Lily Holmes. Let's see.
Yeah. Yep. Our spacing was a little too close when Grace was dribbling in, because she had two girls going against her.
Matthew, the first one-hand push shot. Nope. Back of the iron, front of the iron, and out. Well, at least the rims are the same for them as they were for the opposing team. Minute 10 to go. Chatham up 9. Second one up and good. Make it a 10-point game. They get it quickly inbound to Paisley. Paisley working against Gilmore up the floor. Nice crossover dribble. Gets it across the timeline.
Man, is she quick.
Paisley gets it to Holmes. Right side McLeod. Three on the way. Bang! A collision concepts three. That is the first three for Lincoln during this basketball game. And it's 50-43. The lead is 7. Lily Holmes, and a jump ball called in the backcourt, but it'll stay Chatham basketball.
That's all right. We could now it's ours, so you got to go for every loose ball, get on the floor. Defense looks like we're matching up right here.
Bob in the backcourt. Bob McLeod couldn't get her stopped before she got to the timeline. Now they're trapping her in the corner.
Oh,
and
man.
A foul called, and let's see who it is.
McLeod, it looked like I thought it was going to be a jump ball.
Yeah, I thought so too. And the foul, I think, maybe went against, did it go against Grace?
What?
Yep. Grace Schneider with the foul.
I don't think it was on. Should have been.
I thought it was McLeod, but hey.
Yep.
44.7 on the clock. Bob, the first one up and rattled it home. 51-43. Second one for the 5'8 senior. Up and got it. 52-43. Chatham pressing, and they get it into Grace. Grace quickly up the floor. Schneider going to go down the lane. Ball batted off of her leg and out of bounds. It'll go Chatham basketball. And another timeout has been taken. This one a 30-second timeout by Corey Farmer. United Community Bank, located at 2201 Woodlawn Road in Lincoln and online at ucbank.com. United Community Bank is the leader in community banking and stands ready to help both individuals and businesses. Call 217-735-5400 or go online to ucbbank.com. Well, Coach, some scores around the CS8 boys varsity basketball. The score stream is not showing what the Lincoln score is. MacArthur just pummeled Southeast 87-44 tonight.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Did you see the Collinsville tournament? We play MacArthur the next game. If we beat Granite City, we play MacArthur right at the get-go.
I know.
Oh,
long throw to Lamb. She got behind the defense, lays it up and in. And that may be the final nail in the coffin as it's 54-43. 30 seconds on the clock. Holmes in the backcourt. Holmes quickly ahead. The ball batted away. And a foul going to be called. And let's see if it's on Paisley Holmes or Grace Bibbett. I think it may be Paisley. Foul is on Paisley Holmes, and that is her 5th. Paisley Holmes will foul out with 7 points.
Man, did she play hard tonight, though. She played hard.
Ava Bob back to the free throw line. Up and no good. 24 seconds on the clock. Lincoln down 11. Second one up and didn't get it. Mia Clark with the rebound and nearly lost it out of bounds. Mia trying to dribble it up the floor. Mia had the ball batted away. Gilmore on the floor.
Yeah.
And a jump ball called again, and it'll be Lincoln basketball.
Yeah, you've got to give that to Grace right there. Paisley's out of the game right now, so you need to get it to Grace. You fly down the court and get set up for a 3. Because you're it's 16 seconds left, so.
They get it into Schneider. Schneider drives down the lane against Gilmore, throws it up, and got it. Grace Schneider, give her 14 as it's 54-45. And Chatham can virtually let the clock run out at this point. They get it into Gilmore. They throw it ahead to Lamb. Lamb against Clark, and that'll do it. And the final score will be Lincoln 54, Chatham 45. And we will send it back to the WLCN studios for a 2-minute timeout. When we come back, Darren and I will have the Growl Incorporated postgame show. You've been listening to Lady Railer Basketball on WLCN 96.3 FM.
We scored? Yeah, we scored going to the playoffs. I can't believe I missed that. Every time I'm buzzed, I spend too much time on my phone. What? I should take your phone away. No. I'll call for a ride. Wait, why does my face look like that?
I'm playing with these new face filters.
Okay, you know what? Yep, that's mine. I'm gonna need that back. No. Kevin!
A great harvest starts with a great foundation. Since 1976 in Central Illinois, that foundation has been Elkhart, Croft, and Lake Fork Fertilizer Service. They're your local source for all your fertilizer, ag chemical, and custom application needs. At Lake Fork, contact Clay at 217-792-3397. In Elkhart, call Chris at 217-947-2221. And at Croft, give Mark or Eric a call, 217-445-2631.
Back here at Chatham's West Gym, where we had one heck of a basketball game here tonight. Both teams played extremely hard. Unfortunately, Lincoln's Lady Rail Splitters came up on the short end of a 54-45 score against the Lady Titans of Chatham Glenwood, and it was Alexis Newman doing much of the damage. She ended up, I believe, 18 on the night. Is that right?
Yeah, she didn't score in the fourth, and she only scored 4 in the second half. Actually, I mean, we did a pretty good job. I think she scored actually the first 4 in the third quarter, but after that, she didn't score the rest of the game. But I've got the scoring right here.
Go ahead.
For Chatham, we had Ava Bob with 9 points. Newman had 18. Lane Matthew had 5. You had Hope Gilmore with 8, and you had Gemma Lamb with 14. So Lamb ended up picking it up in the second half, pretty much. So Newman took over the first half. Lamb took over the second half. With Lincoln, you had Mia Clark that had 10 points. She only scored 1 in that in the second half. The free throw. You had Lily Holmes had 5. Grace Schneider was our leading scorer with 14. Mason McLeod with 3. Paisley Holmes had 7, and Grace Biven had 6 for 45.
Well, we knew it was going to be a tough contest. We had seen, Metamora. I don't think, even though Metamora hammered Chatham Glenwood, beat them by 21, and honestly, you've seen both games. I really thought Chatham was a better basketball team.
Yes, I thought so too. And I thought these guys had more players.
Yes.
See you, buddy. Old Brad Bob had to stop by and
proud.
Proud dad right there.
Yeah, proud dad. Yeah.
But yeah, watching both teams, I thought Chatham just has more weapons, and their defense is a lot better than Metamora. I thought Metamora was big, but watching Chatham play, and Chatham's only going to get better as the season goes on too.
The big girl for Bailey Nina, the Nina girl for Metamora, I think was only a sophomore,
right,
and not quite as mature as maybe the bigger girls here for Chatham. And Gemma Lamb, I mean, there's no way she's a freshman. Come on,
crazy
6-year redshirt freshman here. I mean, she's talking about somebody who plays very well and plays pretty within herself. Didn't play out of control.
Right, and and their whole team, besides that Matthew that plays, their whole team's junior underclassmen. I mean, most of their really, really good players are juniors, and then you got Lamb that's a freshman, and they have two pretty good shooters on that JV team that are freshmen too. So they're going to be pretty good next year.
When you think about it, the state of CS8 girls basketball really is pretty strong this year. I mean, Lincoln's got a good basketball team. Chatham's an excellent basketball team. Southeast was not a bad basketball team that Lincoln played at Southeast. Even Lanphier's improved. We play them on Friday night, and I think Lanphier's hovering right around the 500 mark. Springfield is not bad. They're hovering right around the 500 mark.
MacArthur was looked like they have a pretty good squad.
They beat Lincoln at MacArthur last year. They're not going to be an easy team to play against.
Yeah.
So the state, at least for several of CS8 teams, is really pretty good, and we saw a good basketball game here tonight between Lincoln and Chatham Glenwood. Unfortunately, the ladies came up on the short end. The JV did win tonight. They won by about 20 points here against Chatham JV, which was something of a surprise that they won by that much. Chatham's got some talent down at the lower level, and Lincoln's JV team looked pretty doggone good.
Yeah, and really our two best players that played, half of this varsity game or even more, Biven and Paisley Holmes, they only play a quarter and usually about 3 or 4 minutes of the third quarter, and then it's the rest of the girls. But I watched that whole JV game, and our JV team played really, really well, especially defensively. Plus, we got Sage Gilbert back. That's going to really help that JV team.
And Sage was dressed and on the bench tonight for the varsity, but I would imagine it may be a little while before she gets inserted into a varsity game.
Yeah.
But it's coming. I mean, it is going to come. So Lincoln, again, loses tonight 54-45. Let's send it back to the WLCN studios, and let's take a 2-minute break here from Chatham while we wait for Corey Farmer to come over and join us on the Ground Incorporated post-game show. You've been listening to Lady Railer Basketball on WLCN 96.3 FM.
STEM is everywhere. Like here, behind the scenes of The Walking Dead. STEM can create new worlds on and off the screen. The only limit is your imagination. Get inspired at shecanstem.com.
Culver's is a family restaurant. To me, that means being the place that puts a smile on everyone's face. We're famous for our cooked-to-order Butterburgers and frozen custard made daily inside our restaurants. But we've always believed more menu options mean more ways to brighten your day. We source the finest chicken to bring you our tenders and chicken sandwiches. And our cheese curds. They're a Wisconsin tradition we're proud to share with you. So take the next meal shift off and let us take care of you. Welcome to Delicious.
Culver's, home of the Butterburger, 2530 Woodlawn Road in Lincoln.
Does your business need high-quality corrugated packaging? For solutions that work as hard as you do, turn to Heritage Packaging in Lincoln. Since 2019, Heritage Packaging has been a proud member of the Welch Packaging family. With just-in-time deliveries and a dedication to continual improvement, Heritage Packaging can help keep businesses one step ahead. Learn more online at welchpkg.com or call 217-735-4406. Heritage Packaging, the right packaging, right on time.
Back at West Gym, where the Lady Railers go down tonight 54-45. But there is some good news from Roy S. Anderson Gymnasium. Darren just got a text that the boys won against Belleville West. That makes them the champion for the 2025 Eaton Electrical Round Robin. They won, what, 46-43? Was that the final score?
46-43.
46-43. So the boys pull it off and win the Eaton Electrical Round Robin. And, it's going to be interesting, Darren, to see, because you get time off for games that get postponed, and it's going to be interesting to see what games get rescheduled and when they get rescheduled, because that could put you into a week where you're playing, instead of maybe 3 times, 4 or maybe 5 times.
Right, and I know the boys are playing Friday and Saturday this week. So they've got 2, actually. I think both of them's Central State 8 games.
Yes.
I think we're playing Southeast and Springfield High, I think both at home. So that's going to be, get the momentum if we can win those 2 games. And then I think we have Pontiac next Tuesday.
Right, at Pontiac. That is up at Pontiac.
Yes.
And the girls will play Friday night against Lanphier at Lanphier. And I don't know, I presume that'll be in the new gymnasium over at Lanphier High School. So we're waiting on Corey Farmer to join us here on the postgame show. But Lincoln ladies will play Friday night, and then they have time off and play the day after Christmas. They will play 2 games in their pool up at the Dixon Holiday Tournament. That is no longer the KSB Dixon Holiday Tournament. It's now the Dixon Holiday Tournament. And they will play 2 games on Friday. And unfortunately, those are played in the middle school gym, and if you've never been in there, it seems like it's about half the size of this gymnasium.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's pretty crowded in there. And then what they drew was, I believe, a 3:30 and 6:30 game, so they won't have much time. They won't even have time probably to change clothes or get anything to eat. They'll just have to turn right around and play that 6 o'clock game. And then, depending on what they do, they would play Saturday and then again on Monday. The boys have a little bit different schedule. They play at 7:30, I believe, to open the Collinsville tournament on the Saturday after Christmas. They play Granite City, and then if they were to win and MacArthur wins, it sets up a second-round matchup between them and MacArthur.
Yeah, that Collinsville's loaded. I mean, our bracket. And I can't believe, because Collinsville's running it, and Collinsville's actually in the loaded low side of the bracket, because I think Quincy's down there, Collinsville's down there, us, MacArthur. So, I mean, you've got 4 or 5 really good teams in the lower half, and the upper one, where I wish we were, would have been nice.
So, and they play on Sunday, too. The reminder that Collinsville started Sunday play last year and is continuing it this year. And the coach is joining us. We'll let him sit down tonight. Get his headset on. Can you hear me okay?
Yes, sir.
All right. Well, another game where I don't think you can fault the effort of either team tonight. That was a hard-fought, physical basketball game, and I thought your kids played really hard tonight.
Yeah, I thought, we really stressed before the game, rebounding. That was a big key for us, and I really did. I thought we did a good job on the boards tonight. They got some loose balls on us. We had that lead in the second quarter there. I think it was 19-13, and gosh, I think we went 12 minutes. We only scored 4 points there. Credit their defense. I mean, they did a great job on us, and we just struggled. I mean, we made 1 3 all night, in the last 30 seconds, and when our team ain't hitting threes, we struggle to score.
Well, I think you have to give credit to them because they covered your shooters really well, and they did. I watched them switch, and their switches were incredible out front. I mean, they basically didn't let you get loose.
Yeah. The only time it seemed like in the fourth quarter, I thought Mesa got loose about 3 or 4 times, to where Paisley did a great job of penetration, and her and Grace, man, get in that lane, and I don't know how they find half of these girls. And Mesa had 2 or 3 good looks, and just right off the rim. I thought they were in too.
Yeah, they rattled in and out, and they did a great job on defense on us. We knew they were going to switch coming in. We were trying to slip it, and the girls just don't understand what we're talking about. They set the screen, and they're just standing there and waiting, and so by the time they cut, it's too late. I did feel like the entire game we did a lot of standing. Whoever was dribbling, there was no cutting, there was no moving, and we talked about it all week. I don't quite understand why we didn't execute it tonight, but that's a good team we played there. I felt like we competed with them, but we got some things we need to fix before we can beat them.
I think that Darren had brought that up at least one possession down here where Grace had the basketball and drove in, and one of your other girls just stood there and did not move. And movement plus patience will equal baskets, but you got to have movement. You can't just stand around.
Yeah, and it's hard to emulate their pressure and their switching in practice. So I like playing games like that. We really haven't seen that much pressure like that. And there was some of our sets we just didn't execute them tonight. And we couldn't have shot very well. That's the second or third game in a row we ain't shot the ball very well.
Well, I thought a big difference too, and it was that start of that third quarter is where that's when it, I think, got away. I think they went like 6 for 6 or 7 for 7 right at the start of the third quarter, and we kind of went into a little bit of drought where they, I think, ended up getting a 36-23. You called the timeout. I think that's when you started actually pressuring, and I think that's actually when we started. I thought our intensity really went up.
Yeah. They got some open looks there to start the third, and that seems to be a trend of ours. And we talk about it every time at halftime. Hey, let's come on, let's punch them in the mouth in the third. And they got open looks. I think they scored 8 straight points, uncontested. Like we weren't even out there. And then we struggled on the offensive end.
Lexi Newman did a lot of damage in the second quarter, and at her size with her length, she's going to be very tough for your girls to stop, especially if she gets inside.
Yeah, and you know, we in the second half, you know, we kind of changed the defense a little bit, tried to help down there on her. I mean, she was really hurting us in the middle, and they got some back doors on us. But you know, we'll go back, we'll watch the film, and try and adjust.
And it's really tough, and we talked about it on the air to where, because we were actually talking about Metamore, the difference between Chatham and Metamore, and I thought Chatham just has so many weapons to where they can go to where I didn't think Metamore had that many weapons to where you got that Gilmore, if gets in the middle, she's taking that, I mean, she's a bulldozer going down that middle, and then you stop Newman in the second half, and who gets it is Lamb. Lamb ends up getting, you know, double digits.
Yeah, she didn't really hurt us in the first half, I didn't feel like, but in the second half, man, she got loose on us a couple times because we were focusing so much on Alexis there in the second half. And you know, like I said, they're a tough team. You know, it seems like every game, you know, we get on a roll there, and then somebody banks a three in. You know, and it happened again tonight. You know, we can't buy a bucket, but they can bank threes in, and it changes the momentum. And you know, I credit Glenwood. I thought they came out, they played really hard tonight. You know, conference game, you know, they want to beat us. They remember playing us a couple years ago.
That's what I said earlier. Is like, I mean, Chatham's probably got Lincoln probably in their locker room, you know, saying Lincoln right there, because they're the ones that we ended up beating in the championship. So every time we end up facing it, even though it's a different type of team, and they have a lot of their girls played in that game.
Yep, it's always a battle when we play them. You know, same thing last year. Went to overtime with them, and you know, I felt like we had our chances tonight, and then immediately in the third quarter we dug a hole and never really got back out of it.
Darren and I were talking, you know, the state of CS8 girls basketball right now is pretty good. I mean, there's some tough competition. You know, you're going to play Lanphier Friday night. They're improved. Southeast was no slouch. We beat them at their place. You know, you got a good Chatham team here. Springfield's hovering around 500. So CS8
MacArthur's pretty good.
Yeah, MacArthur's pretty good. You got some good teams in the CS8, and you've got a heck of a schedule. I mean, I've sat back and looked at it and thought, wow, this is a tough schedule. It really is.
Yeah, it only gets tougher from here, you know, and you know, we missed those 2 games that we were supposed to have, so, you know, it was tough practicing. You know, the kids were expecting to play a game, and then all of a sudden now we got to practice, and you know.
Were you guys able to have practices during the when everybody was pretty much snowed in, or we?
Saturday we did practice Saturday morning before it snowed.
Gotcha.
And then, you know, all the kids took their stuff to school like we were going to play Monday, and then, you know, they canceled the game during school, so they had to go home and get their stuff, and practice wasn't great, you know, but there's no excuse, you know. I mean, we got to come every game and give everything we got.
All right, we will see you at Lanphier High School on Friday night. You know, tough one to take tonight. All losses, I think, are tough to take, but I thought your kids played hard. It was a hard-fought basketball game between 2 pretty good teams.
Yep, hopefully we can build from it. You know, we'll go back, watch the film, and try and correct the mistakes we made, and you know, we got to turn the corner and start heading in the right direction.
All right, Coach, thanks for coming and joining us on the Ground Incorporated postgame show. We appreciate it, my man.
Thanks, guys.
Yep.
So, Coach Corey Farmer joining us on the postgame show. Got anything you want to add, Coach?
No, you know, back to the drawing board to where Friday we got a win Friday, and then, you know, especially going into next weekend or next week, the tournament next Friday, because they're going to have a lot of, you know, 6-7 days off to where, you know, this game right here coming up is big.
You know, coaches always talk about, you know, this game's over, it's done.
Yes, right.
Whether it's a loss or a win, this game's over, it's done. Yep. You got to look forward to the next one. You got to put this one behind you. Whether you won it or lost, it doesn't matter.
And as a coach, you want to play tomorrow,
right?
You know, you know, after losing, you want to get on that bus and you want to think about if you had a game tomorrow or the next. You want to hurry up and get to the drawing board of where, you know, you want to get this taste. But again, Chatham is pretty darn good. They could go far into regionals and sectionals.
They could go very far into the regionals and sectionals. They got a lot of weapons, and they're a good basketball team. and going to be contended with later on. And, unfortunately, Lincoln doesn't get a rematch against in the conference because it's once around the conference and you're done. And I've been thinking about that. There's something about me I kind of like somewhat a little bit going, because the conference is so large. Yeah. Going around once in the conference, it does free up some non-conference games for you.
That's almost like college when you see all these about 20 teams in each of these conferences, and it's like unbelievable. I just looked at Illinois' schedule. We just played Nebraska, but I'm thinking, I looked and we faced Nebraska again at their place.
It's called the Big Ten Conference. Well, they got 27 teams.
Well, yeah, 20-some teams.
20-some teams in the Big Ten Conference. So we're going to wrap it up here from Chatham Glenwood High School, where Lincoln loses 54-45 in a CS8 contest. For Karen, we thank you for running the board so well back at the studio. For social media and marketing manager Lloyd Kirby, who was probably in a panic when he realized that game had been rescheduled at Roy S. tonight, but the boys pulled off 46-43. For Connor Shaw running the camera here tonight. For my broadcast partner Darren Worth, station manager Jim Ash, and all our sponsors. This is Jay Harden saying good night and thanks for listening.
Thank you for watching WLCN's coverage of Lincoln Community High School Lady Railer basketball. WLCN's coverage is made possible by Culver's of Lincoln, home of the Butterburger. Stop by before or after the game, located at 2530 Woodlawn Road in Lincoln. Me Realty, located at 602 Keokuk Street in Lincoln. Whether buying or selling, trust the professionals at Me Realty. For more information, check out their website, merealty.com. Full Gospel Evangelistic Center, located at 304 North McLean Street in Lincoln, and online at myfgec.org. Elkhart, Croft, and Lake Fork Fertilizer Service, your local source for all your fertilizer, ag chemical, and custom application needs. See what Mark Gordon and the Elkhart, Croft, and Lake Fork Fertilizer team can do for you. Call 217-445-2631. Heritage Packaging in Lincoln, offering top-notch products and value-driven solutions for Central Illinois. Heritage Packaging offers the right packaging right on time. Learn more online at welchpkg.com or call 217-735-4406. Modern Brake and Alignment, serving Lincoln and Logan County since 1964, offering full-service auto repairs, including suspension service, brake replacement, wheel alignment, transportation services, and more. Open Monday through Friday, 8 to 5. Stop by the shop at 1000 Commercial Park in Lincoln. Call 217-628-7650 or learn more at modernbrake.com. Go Railers! Lincoln Mayor Tracy Welch and Annette Welch. Attend one of Tracy's Coffee with the Mayor events to ask questions and learn more about happenings around Lincoln. Check the City of Lincoln Facebook page for dates and times. Grau Incorporated, serving Lincoln and Logan County since 1953. Located at 1905 North Kickapoo Street in Lincoln. Phone 217-735-4444 or go online to grauinc.com. Schneider Masonry, family owned and operated in Central Illinois with over 40 years of experience, serving builders, contractors, and homeowners. Free estimates available. Call 217-314-9654. Collision Concepts, located at 1005 Macon Street, just off Woodlawn Road, west of Culver's. Call 217-735-2100 or find them online at collisionconceptsinc.com. Experience the difference with Collision Concepts. State Farm Agent Brian Clark, located at 628 North Chicago Street in Lincoln. Brian can steer you in the right direction on auto insurance, and he's got your home covered from natural disasters to unexpected accidents. Call 217-732-6211 or visit sfinsurelincoln.com. The Johnson family, in honor of Keith Johnson, a proud supporter of the Lincoln Lady Railer basketball program for more than 50 years.
Simply Traveled Cruise Planners. Let LCHS alum Amy Wiggers-Chen help with domestic and global travel arrangements for groups, generational travel, Disney, all things cruises, and all-inclusive travel. Simply Traveled is so much more than cruises. Call Amy at 615-961-6474 or go online to simply-traveled.com.
United Community Bank, located at 2201 Woodlawn Road in Lincoln and online at ucbbank.com. United Community Bank is the leader in community banking and stands ready to help both individuals and businesses. Phone 217-735-5400. Dara Entwistle and Health Insurance Solutions of Illinois, advocating for you, your family, and your company. Located at 620 Broadway Street in downtown Lincoln, call 217-737-7581. LCHS Lady Railer Basketball Alumni. Lincoln Lady Railer Basketball, a proud tradition of Lincoln Community High School athletics. Once a railer, always a railer. Rocking G Land and Cattle, Central Illinois source for superior shorthorn beef cattle genetics. Give Mark a call at 217-737-7905 or call Sheldon at 217-737-7787. Thank you for watching WLCN's coverage of Lincoln Community High School Lady Railer Basketball.
This live video stream is made possible in part by WLCN's live stream technology sponsor, Me Realty, located at 602 Keokuk Street in Lincoln and online at merealty.com. This program is a presentation of WLCN 96.3 FM and WLCNonline.com.